Guys, Johnny Van Zandt from the rock band Leonard Skinner. You're watching Blessed to Be a Blessing on Web TV with Richard Norton. Take care. God bless.
I was so scared and all alone, felt an emptiness inside. I reached out to the Lord above to put my helplessness aside. And He came to me, flashing light, I saw me there. Well, He came to me, felt the comfort in my hands. He came to me, and I began to understand. Blessed to be a blessing. Blessed to be a blessing. Blessed to be a blessing.
Hey everybody, Rich here. Blessed to be a blessing. We are here in, or I should say I am here in Orlando, Florida, flying solo. My wife wasn't able to make it, but we're going to pull it off and we're going to have a great show. It's going to be fantastic. We are truly blessed to be a blessing. Today, we are going to visit a place called Dave's House. And it's amazing how we were able to get a hold of this nonprofit group because they do wonderful work. My ex-wife, Diane, and she's awesome. She's been blessed in many ways, has a wonderful husband. Life is good for her, just recently became a grandma. And she, as you know, we started the Robert Phillips Foundation where we're blessing other people. She is actually Robert's mom. So Robert is smiling down upon her as well from heaven. So we're having wonderful things happen. So she actually introduced me to Ellen, who I haven't had a chance to meet yet. I've talked with her over the phone, and we are going to visit today. We're going to Dave's house, and this is a place where what they do is they help homeless people in Orlando, Florida, and they also focus on the ones that suffer from mental illness and severe mental illness. There's over 2,000 homeless people in Orlando that are mentally ill, and they provide housing for them through this program called Dave's House. And we're going to find out how this all came to fruition, how they help other people. We'll get a chance to meet and talk with other people that are on the board, and they do this from the bottom of their hearts. And hopefully we'll get a chance to meet some of the people that have been blessed through this program. So I'm excited about doing that, and it's going to be a great day. So let's see what God's got in store, and let's meet some people, and let's have a great day. And at the end, we're going to be able to have a nice surprise and be able to bless them. I can't express how excited and how wonderful it is to be able to do this. So Dave's House, and they have a slogan. It's like, be somebody's someone. I think that's the slogan. I thought that was really cool. Be somebody's someone. So be a blessing to others, and that's what we're trying to do, and that's what they're doing. Blessed to be a blessing. Let's go out and have some fun, and let's get to know these people. Okay, I am here. It's exciting. I'm very, very happy to be here with American Hearts Radio. Blessed to be a blessing. We are highlighting Dave's place, and I'm really excited about hearing the whole story about Dave and how all that started. But it's a wonderful ministry, and we're getting ready to meet Ellen, who's the director. I think we're going to meet a few board members, maybe one or two of the board members, and then this is the clubhouse area here. This is where they all come together. I think it's called Kate's Place. We'll hear more about that. So very, very positive. They're doing wonderful things here, and lives are being changed, and I'm grateful to be here, really excited to be here, and I'm really thrilled to be able to learn more about what they're doing here, how they're blessing people, and how it's changing lives all throughout Orlando. And they're focusing on people that have mental illness and severe mental illness. And I've researched a little bit about it, but I want you to hear directly from them. And they are doing wonderful things. So I'm grateful to be here. We're going to meet Ellen. We're going to meet some of the other people, and we'll meet people that have been blessed by this ministry. So very exciting. So stay tuned. We're here. I just got here and I just had the blessing of meeting Ellen. Here she is, the director of everything that's going on, and very exciting, very, very positive. So we're here at the clubhouse.
Yes,
right?
I'm Ellen O'Connor. I'm the executive director for Dave's House, and we are partners with Aspire Health Partners. And this is their facility here at College Place. And this is kind of where things start, because the folks that live here at College Place are in transitional housing. So in transitional housing, they're getting basic life skills that they need to live a stable life and live independently. Also, they're getting help with their medication, getting counseling services and that sort of thing. So we'll be meeting Carolyn Croispainter, who's the manager here, and talking a little bit about this stage of coming to a Dave's House.
Fantastic. So this is the first part. So they come here first.
Yes.
Typically, how long do they stay?
They can stay at College Place up to 2 years.
Okay. All right.
And during that time, they're going through the process of recovery. They've been through, a lot of them have been through very traumatic experiences. They may not have even known that they had a mental illness. Many of them have a substance issue that they're struggling with, so they're recovering from that as well. And so they have tremendous support here in the clubhouse is a key part of that. And Carolyn, who you'll meet in a minute, she's and her team just doing an amazing job.
That's wonderful. So a lot of them, it's a good point, they're self-medicating.
Yes.
Right? And they don't even know they have issues.
Right.
So how are people finding about coming here? I imagine you get them from some coming out of jail,
yeah.
Right? Some coming out of the homelessness.
Yes, and it's a tight-knit community. There's many organizations that we know what each other does and specializes in. Aspire Health Partners is pretty much the leading source for behavioral health services in the Central Florida area. So this is the first place that the residents would start.
Dave's House works to end homelessness for adults with serious mental illness. So we're providing a home that's stable, it's affordable, and it has all the wraparound services that are essential for someone that has serious mental illness.
It's providing hope, it's providing foundation, it's providing stability. It's giving folks the things that they cannot get out on the street, and that they don't necessarily have access to through the relationships that they have or have had and don't have any longer.
And honestly, the Dave's House is breaking the cycle of homelessness, because one of the biggest barriers that keeps people from becoming stable is to have affordable housing. And we get calls every day from families that have a loved one who is getting out of the hospital or getting out of being incarcerated, and there's nowhere for them to go.
So one thing that is great about the Central Florida area is that so many companies are so incredibly generous, not only with their funds, but their manpower. And we have one particular company that we have board representation with, Mater Southeast Construction. And so when they have downtime with their staff, they have asked us, what can you use help with? And we never are kind of short on things, are we? They actually completely renovated one of the kitchens in one of our homes, like from scratch, beautiful. But this was a little dream of Carolyn and I, as we were talking about, this used to just be grass back here. And we said, wouldn't it be nice, especially with COVID, to have a nice outdoor patio? And then wouldn't it be nice to have they had a garden, but it was nothing like this. No. Wait till we go see.
They created this, and they call and ask about something else. What else can we do? I said, I can't ask you to do anything else after this. So they squealed on me. They called Ellen and said, Carolyn won't give me anything else to do. So we had a garden that was just block high. So it was hard for some of our members to get down there and maintain it. So we said, okay, how about a raised garden? Well, I said, why don't you just add a few more blocks and we'll fill it with dirt, and that way it'll be a little higher. And they said, oh no, we don't do that. This is what they do.
And I think what's so interesting is a lot of the men from Mater Southeast, they actually have gardens in their own home. So even some of their wives came and brought the plants and showed the residents what to do, and just really, like when you talk about blessings, we had no idea that they were going to do this. And I think that's what always inspires me, is that so many people like yourself and other people that we interact with, there's so much negativeness in the world, but then when you get right down to it and you do what Carolyn and I do, you see the generosity of people in the community. So it's great.
Just the time that it took. I mean, they brought a whole crew.
And they brought all the materials.
Yeah. There are good people out there still, right?
There are a lot of good people out there.
Yeah. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. This is wonderful.
Thanks for listening.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
we always like to have somebody's going to listen to us. Oh, gosh.
There actually is a garden therapy. There's actually, you can get a degree in garden therapy. So there is something about the planting something, nurturing it, and then seeing the fruits of your labor, and then even bringing it into the kitchen and cooking it, that is very therapeutic.
And then eating it.
And eating it, yeah.
Then they made gardens for each one of our Dave's houses.
Yeah, which we'll see one when we go over there.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's
Let's head over to Dave's house. Okay, we just arrived and we are at one of the homes. What a nice home. This is fantastic.
Absolutely.
So this is one of Dave's houses, so this is fantastic. So I'm with Ron. Ron is a new board member, I guess. How long have you been a board member?
I've been a board member now for about, I want to say maybe 6 months.
Okay, fantastic. What led you to Dave's house and how did you get involved?
Well, what led me was the mission. Throughout my life and, living in Chicago, based in Omaha, and serving in Arizona, parts of California, one of the things that led me here was the mission. And that was helping good people that need a second chance to kind of reorganize, kind of restructure. And when I heard about Dave's House mission, which was really like the whole mission to eradicate homelessness for folks with disabilities and issues, I came over, I spoke with Ellen. Ellen told me about all the wonderful programs that they had as far as the assistance with work programs, even folks that need medical help and attention. The other thing too that I found very interesting was that Dave's House welcomes everyone. So even if you're out and about and you don't want to be part of Dave's House, you can come get a square meal. You can utilize all of the resources to find work. There's work assistant programs. So everything with that, I said, what a solid organization that I can be a part of. And it was just really in my spirit to be part of something to help the community that I live in, and good people just like myself. I mean, you never know when you may even need, some assistance from an organization like this.
You're making a difference. And I like the fact that you said all are welcome.
Yes.
Kind of sounds like Jesus.
Yes.
All are welcome, so that's great. I serve in a ministry, and I shared this with Ellen. It's called Hands and Feet Foundation in Jacksonville, Florida. And James, I know you're watching, James and Amy. This is a wonderful ministry that they feed and clothe the homeless, and they tie people into different ministries, for those that are on drugs, for example, and they want to get off drugs. We send them to a place called Set Free by the Sea in Yulee, Florida, and there's a place in Georgia as well. I'd like to think that we could get something tied up between these ministries and everybody kind of working together in the foundation, everything that we're doing here. But you served in other capacities before,
yes.
So was it along the same lines, or?
Absolutely. So when you serve in underserved communities, what's lacking is resources.
Right.
And the beacon of Dave's House and the whole mission is to bring a collaborative of resources to a community. Sometimes we grow up in circumstances where we're not as fortunate to have maybe parents that have, that have been the trailblazers in their life to set the example. And, I'll be honest with you, I'm first generation born in this country, so I've had to been somewhat of a trailblazer here, figuring it out, understanding how, to be a good, productive citizen. And I think that Dave's House, like I said, is a beacon. It's a collaborative. It's a place where everyone is welcome. Everyone can share in and be a part of something. And the biggest thing is that sometimes self-esteem plays such a big role in that. And Dave's House definitely treats everyone with the utmost respect and with the idea that, hey, you know what, we're here and we're going to, work together in this journey, and we're going to get you to that next stage. Right. And it's all about that next stage.
Yes. And there's a stigma, as we know, that's attached when you hear about mental illness or people suffering with mental illness.
Yes.
And I know firsthand, I've shared that with Ellen. I have two sisters that suffer from that. So I have a sister up in Connecticut that's in a home. I've got another sister that has the severe mental illness. And you name it, she's got them all. But she knows when I come to visit her, she knows who I am. So it hits home, so I can relate to what you're doing, and it's wonderful. What a wonderful thing. It's an amazing thing. And they're human beings. Well, sometimes there's diseases, there's sickness, there's other things, and people just think, mental illness, but they put it in a whole different category.
When I was working with Ellen and I went to one of their events, what really stuck out with me is that we're part of their journey. It is our pleasure to serve. So it's not a matter, like I said, some of us are, have had that opportunity where we have good support systems, and some of us don't.
Right.
And being part of this, it's not being, of course we all give back, but guess what? People are giving back to us in different ways, in different manners. So
you get the joy too.
We get the joy. Oh yeah, it's real true servitude when it comes down to being a part of Dave's House.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that this is not temporary.
No.
There's a lot of different places where people will go in. Well, you can stay here for a week or a month, and they never have a home. So this is their home.
Yes.
Awesome.
So let's go inside.
Let's go inside and check out the home. Where do your donations come from, first of all? And then you can let everybody know, for those of you, because that's our goal, is to let other people know how they can, volunteer if you need volunteers, or how they can give financially to this, to what you're doing.
Well, we work with Aspire Health Partners, and but we really focus our attention on fundraising for the maintenance of existing houses, but also really would like more houses, right, Carolyn?
Yes, we would.
And we're working right now on a potential renovation of an existing house that will give us space for 2 more people to live there. But longer term, we're working on a community where there can be multiple units, similar to where we just were at College Place, and then be able to offer more housing. in a consolidated community area. But the way that people can help is to go to dayshouse.org, and I guess you'll put it up there, right? dayshouse.org, or call us and make a donation, and no donation is too small. You know, a lot of people start out with us as a volunteer, and they really believe in the mission, and they grow their contributions. We have support from many churches and corporations in the area, and that's how we do the good work we do.
Wonderful. You can give through checks.
Yes, checks. On our website, there's a link that you can pay electronically. If you prefer to pay by check, it would be mailed to us.
Mm-hmm. Do you take credit cards?
Yes, we take credit cards.
I find that.
Credit cards, cash,
And the
checks.
reason why I bring that up was that's my side business.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You need better rates, that's all.
He needs to talk to you. He definitely needs to talk to you.
Yeah.
Very thankful that I have a home. It's a great place. You get to live your life. They take care of you. Of course you got to take care of yourself. I have roommates that I get along with. So there's always somebody there. There's always life in the house.
I have roommates. They welcomed me with open arms. They were very friendly. The house, the best thing that I could describe this house was when I walked through the threshold was peaceful. It was seriously peaceful, and it was nothing that I could ask for it to be more than that. Independent living is very important because that says to me it's structure, and when you have a structure base like that, you can do a whole lot more because you have roommates that share some of the things that you've gone through or are going through now. You'll go through. And when you have a structure like that, it's good for your recovery.
Being part of this home has helped me tremendously. I was about to be homeless, me and my wife. We divorced, and so I was going through a lot of turmoil, and I also lost my mother about a couple of years ago. So I was going through a lot of different things, and so even though we're divorced, we're still close. So we were looking for places online, and we were able to find Dave's house. So we went through all of the good things about Dave's house. And I said, well, this would be nice. So then we contacted College Place, and then I was able to get into College Place. And from College Place, I applied for Dave's house, and then I was able to get into Dave's house.
Wonderful. Fantastic. Great story. You've been here how long?
I've been here since August 6th.
Wow. And a typical day, because I see all the wonderful things you got here, and I see cooking, all kinds of stuff, gardens going on. So what's a day like here at Dave's house?
A day in the life of Dave's house is gardening. We work on computers. We go to the clubhouse, and we hang out. We cook. We share, and we watch football.
There you go.
So that's a typical day in my life.
And you've developed some good friends, I'm assuming?
Yes, I
Good family, right?
Yes, I have.
I get my mask right there. But that's good. So now they're part of family, right? This is your family.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
This is my family.
Wonderful. Well, thank you for sharing. I mean, when I come in here and I talk with you, I feel your peace.
Thank you.
That's the word. So
Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you.
Talking about Dave's house. You get to move into a beautiful residential home. You have your very own room for your private space, but there's also a common area where you get to hang out with your wonderful housemates. It's an awesome change to anyone's life. It adds stability. It really helps, prevent hospitalizations, incarcerations, because now you have stability in your life. It's independent, but it's also their support to help you to be successful. We have a wonderful model where Aspire Health Partners joins in with Dave's House Foundation, and Aspire brings all the behavioral health. We have Kate's Place Clubhouse, which is like a wonderful supportive family that helps people to learn how to socialize and work and get along with others. You have the support of the wonderful professional staff, always giving support and unconditional love, and it really helps people to be successful.
Okay, we are back. What a wonderful day it has been. What a fantastic, that's all I can say. Just fantastic meeting everybody. Wonderful people, great hearts, great work being done. Give, give, give. I am here with Diane, my ex. Well, she's an awesome ex.
Friends.
Yeah, and we're great friends. Speaking of blessed, her life has been blessed. She's a new grandma, so congratulations to her. So life is good, but we're great friends, so life is awesome. But she is the one that actually introduced me to Ellen, and she knew about our Blessed to Be a Blessing show, and she goes, I can't believe I didn't tell you this a long time ago. And she called me a couple weeks ago. I said, this is perfect, and then I looked it up, Ellen and I spoke, and this is perfect, so glad we came. So how did that all come to fruition?
Well, I've known Ellen for a few years, and we became closer as my first grandson, Alex, our grandson, would play with her kids. And she just, would ask periodically or have, an artist thing that was going on that I did. And then she asked if I wanted to help try to collect, but it was a difficult time at that time. My mom had passed and my daughter was expecting a baby, so it was really difficult for me. And then I was walking down the street just 2 weeks ago, and it just God just put it back in my head, and I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I saw her walking her two dogs, and I started talking with her about that. And I really wanted to help her previously, but I couldn't do a whole lot. And I just, Dave's house is extremely close to me too, because my older sister suffers from mental illness and is in a home as well. And, she's almost 60 and she needs all the care she can get and support as well. So Ellen just brought me on this journey, and I couldn't be happier. Awesome. It's a blessing. In our son's name, it's a blessing.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a foundation called the Robert Phillips Morton Foundation, and that was our son, and he's in heaven, and we knew that good things were going to come out of it, and of course I get emotional when I go through this part, and that was a long time ago, 30 years ago, was. So, but you never forget. So the Lord has blessed me in many ways, and he spoke to me, and he said that use Robert's name to do good. So the short time we had together, we know good things are happening, and he's smiling as he looks down. So
he's a little angel up there.
So Ellen, come on up here. Why don't you all come on up here, please? Okay. This is we're blessed to be a blessing.
Thank you.
Come on up here too. This isn't the real checks. You'll get it directly from the foundation, but this is a check for $10,000.
Oh wow!
For your work that you do.
Thank you
so you'll have a check coming coming from Robert Phillips Foundation to be your director.
I think we're all honored.
We're honored. Yeah, we're blessed.
And I do think there are some ways that we can work together.
Yes.
I love what you're doing in Jacksonville.
Yes, we'll tie all this in together. So thank you for
Thank you for making the trip, and thank you for believing in Dave's house.
Yes, yeah. And what's the saying for Dave's house?
Be somebody, someone. And so today you are being somebody,
There you
someone.
go. Yeah. Dave's house. Dave's house. Dave's house.
Thank you so much.
What a wonderful day. This is what it's all about. We're blessed to be a blessing, and this is a wonderful nonprofit ministry, whatever you want to call it. They just do great work, and that's the bottom line. And everybody that we met today, Ellen, Caroline, everybody, just wonderful people, fantastic people, and they are just doing it from their hearts. And so blessed that we were able to be a blessing to them, and I'm so grateful that we're able to do that. So this is something that you need to check out. Do good. You know, we only have a short period of time on this earth. It's not all about us. When you give and you serve and you help other people, there's no greater joy than that. I promise you that. So it doesn't always have to be financially. You can just go out there and volunteer, you know, help somebody, be a blessing to somebody. So thank you for joining us. We are blessed to be a blessing at Dave's house.
I was so scared and all alone, felt an emptiness inside. I reached out to the Lord above to put my helplessness aside, and He came to me, flashing light, I saw me there. Well, He came to me, felt the comfort in my hands. He came to me, and I began to understand. Blessed to be a blessing. Blessed to be a blessing. Blessed to be a blessing.